Hey, good friends, welcome, new subscribers. I'm Brian from Apex Detail. Today we're going to take a look at Dr. ColorChip paint chip repair systems. And these are color specific. And what I mean by that is you're going to have to look for the color code on your car, sometimes found under the hood, on the radiator support, position 1, sometimes on the door jamb, position 2. I found them in the glove compartment, center console, spare tire compartment, and you will need that for the exact match for kit to get the results you're looking for. If you can locate the original paperwork for your vehicle, you'll see the color and its nickname here. I found this particular code stamped on the inner fender well, driver's side. This is what it looks like. I'm going to show you two ways to do it, two ways that I do it depending on the budget. If there's limitations on the budget, I'm going to order this kit before the car comes in and have it ready. If there is a little bit more wiggle room in the budget, I'm going to show you a more labor-intensive, eats up more time, but you're going to get a little bit better results for the customer. So let's start off with this one. We're going to take a look at Dr. ColorChip. This is color UA, which is a black color for Ford Mustangs mid-2000s. Let's get to it. The kits are $59.95. You can get them in AutoGeek, at Autotopia. I'll put a link down below. They're really quite simple and user-friendly, straightforward. The directions, instructions are on the back of the box. Just follow them to a T and you'll be through the process, depending on how many chips you have on your car, very quickly. Before we get to the complete process of filling in a chip, I'm going to show you the contents of the kit itself. You get a microfiber. You get step number 1, which is the color itself. You get step number 2, which is called Seal Act. That is their blending solution. You also get a little brush and 2 little swabs to help fill in chips. And you get a cloth for the Seal Act solution. You will put a couple drops in that cloth, and you're going to use that to remove excess and slowly blend the color into the chip. Today we are working on a 2012 Ford Mustang. On the hood alone there are 5 or 6 rock chips, ranging from small, just barely through the clear, some down through the base coat, some all the way down into the fiberglass of the hood. We're going to take care of those today. At the very least, in preparation, after wash and clay, grab your IP solution or your body solvent and clean the entire area in and around the rock chips or the area you're going to work in. After that's done, you want to get into the chip itself and concentrate on each chip, one by one. And you want to clean them out because 9 times out of 10 there's going to be a wax in there or a sealant or something from the wash process that is made its way down into the chip and has bonded to whatever material is down there. You need to clean that out. If you want the best bond with the paint, the material that comes along with this kit, you need to clean it out properly. You could start by doing this, using one of the swabs and getting in there and trying to clean it out that way. And some other times I'll get a vehicle where it has already been touched up, but it's a bit sloppy. So I'm going to remove that with a solvent and we'll start all over with the kit and see if we can make it look better this way. If you're satisfied, you think it's clean, or you're in a rush, you could skip to applying the material or the paint that they sent along, the touch-up paint. I'm not satisfied because I know there's more wax in there and I can see the edge of the chip is pointing up, which means there's some small pieces of paint and clear that are going to chip off in the future, and I want to kind of remove those very, very carefully before I fill in, just to make it look better, so there are no high spots. I'm going to go in there with, you could use a toothpick. You could use this little screwdriver from the tiny set that I have here. You can use the tip of an X-Acto knife. There are so many things you can use, the edge of a razor blade. You don't want to go crazy and make the chip itself 3 times bigger, but you do want to get in there and clean it out properly, or it's not going to bond, and you're going to have to do it over and over and over again. Then you want to go back to step 1 and clean it out thoroughly, properly with the IP solution. All right, time to grab the touch-up paint itself. This is the kit, step 1. They have the color code right on top of the cap, so there's no confusion. Give it a good shake, at least 15-20 seconds when you first get it out of the kit itself. It has a flip top, and all you want to do is lay one drop down right next to the chip. Grab your thumb, a gloved thumb, move the blob or the little drop you dispense next to the chip and rake it over the chip itself. If it's a large chip or a cluster of chips, I'll use a putty knife or my mud mixer here, and that's what it looks like. Just let it cure. No less than a minute, and you can let it go up to an hour, and it'll still be easy to work with. Grab step number 2, that is the seal act. Shake that up as well, and also grab the towel that they give you. You're going to you can wrap it around your fingers like that. You can be inventive and use the applicator block for ceramic coatings. You can use whatever you want. If you're on a nice flat level surface, that's what I like to use. Put a couple drops of the seal act on there. That is a solvent, and that will slowly start to break down and wipe away the drop of product or touch-up paint that is with the kit. And this is where, guys, this is where patience comes into the equation here if you want some nice results. And it's as simple as this. You just need to take your time and lightly, just very light pressure, go over it one direction. Then I'll go switch to another direction. I'll wipe it with the microfiber, check my work, see if that's the progress I'm looking for. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to have to do that half a dozen times before I even get close to where I want it. Sometimes I go too far, have to start over again. Sometimes I'm not satisfied with how the chip itself is filled in, and I'm going to go back to step 1 and do that over and over. I'm just going to do that whole process, guys, until I'm satisfied the chip is filled in, it's nice and level, and it's where I want it to be. If you are in a hurry, if you're in a pinch for time, you can just level it quickly and be done with it, be satisfied with it, or you could take your time and use up the product and do it as many times as you need to. Here I wanted to give you an example of an area that's not filled in properly. As you can see, the product has settled. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back in and I'll just keep smearing some more product over it until the chip itself has built up product up over the top of the level of the clear coat. That way I have something to work on, something to work with, something to remove, and I'll just keep working at it. Alright, and this is what it can look like after a pass or two. Some of these I'm very happy with, some of these I'm not, and I'm going to go over them again. The next day, when they are fully cured, to blend them in even better, I'm going to polish. I'm not going to use anything aggressive, no microfiber. It's going to be a soft foam polishing pad and something like Sonac's Perfect Polish. Alright guys, for the final thought segment of the video, I've been using these for a while, and these are great for a quick fix, even on my own cars. If I'm out on a road or I take a trip and I come back and I find some chips and I just cannot stand them and I need to fill them in until I have time to do it the way I normally do it, I'm going to order this kit. I'll show you another version, another way to fix these chips. It's going to take more time. It's going to be a little bit more labor intensive. The car is going to be out of commission for a little bit longer, but the results will be a lot better. Brian from Apex Detail. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. Catch you guys in the next video.